I was somehow ever a guy to make the WWE Choice Awards or anything like that for the best heel of the year for 2018, no doubt about it, in my opinion, it would be Tommaso Ciampa. But why is that though? Tommaso Ciampa's just another villain, just another bad guy. Somebody we're supposed to hate in WWE. But of course, he probably is just maybe just one of those guys who just, walks away, just cowers away from every little fight and has nothing to back him up, nothing to take him seriously as a threat, as a heel. But no, that is all wrong. This video is for me stating my case and why I think Tommaso Ciampa has easily become one of the greatest heel acts in the WWE, even though it's in the developmental system, but still part of WWE. Why Tommaso Ciampa has been one of the best heels we've seen in quite some time. Let's look at the factors here. Let's look at the story. So Johnny and Tommaso, they've been friends for 12 years, right? They finally get to their moment with the tag titles at NXT TakeOver Toronto, beating the Revival. They go on to hold the titles until TakeOver San Antonio, where they lose them to AOP. They lose the triple threat match to AOP and the Revival, and then they lost a match at TakeOver Chicago. The Thursday before that pay-per-view, though, Tommaso suffered an injury. And as he mentioned, 2 weeks after TakeOver Chicago 2, he mentioned when he got hurt, immediately, not even a whole day later, were people already talking about replacement partners for him, like dream opponents. Like I remember Adam Cole's name was a big name. People were speculating could replace Tommaso Ciampa in that match at NXT TakeOver Chicago 1. The latter match for the tag titles that ended up being the main event. And it was the way the show, that the aftermath after that match, there was nothing else to top off on that show. And that's why I keep saying anything involving Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa, when the match would happen, or matches would happen, nothing will be able to top any of that off. So that's why the match had to be the main event whenever it does happen. They lose. And Tommaso, of course, afterwards does the turn and beats down on Johnny Gargano. As Tommaso knew, when he claims during the match, he took a fall that re-aggravated his knees, so he knew he was going to be gone for a while. But he wanted to take Johnny away as well. Johnny came back a couple months later. Tommaso obviously is not going to be back until by like January or February, whatnot, because of his knee injury. And I think, though, that Tommaso going away for a while was definitely to make this feud even better, because it built up. You knew what these guys were capable of. You knew, like, the story between the two of them, their friendship for 12 years and everything, and, you just wanted to build up even more and more. And you had to make Johnny feel even more like that underdog, and see him go through like a domino effect of setbacks before the big fish came back, pretty much. And because of that, though, it did help elevate another talent in Andrade Cien Almas, getting that storyline involved in there with, Almas and Vega knowing that they can play the mind games with Johnny Gargano to win their matches. And they succeeded every time. 4 times they had singles matches, and they succeeded every time because of the mind games involving Tommaso Ciampa. Well, the 4 times more so Ciampa himself. Johnny felt he was finally getting somewhere when he was given an opportunity after Velveteen Dream was kayfabe injured, and was given an opportunity to be in the NXT Championship Fatal 4-Way No. 1 contendership. And he got there, he won the match. And of course, Velveteen Dream came back saying, he was supposed to be in the match that Johnny was in, so he pretty much once pushed Johnny to prove himself. Did. Johnny wrestled the match with Andrade Cien Almas. Candice LeRae knocked out his Achilles heel in Zelina Vega, so left the one-on-one. Unfortunately, Johnny came up short. But after the match, Tommaso Ciampa pretty much gives him a, "Hey buddy, I'm back," hitting him with the crutch right in the back. We didn't see Tommaso again until like about 3 weeks later, where Johnny asked for one more shot for the NXT Championship, and if he lost, he would leave NXT. And he was looking for his moment. Tommaso came out of nowhere, him with a crutch again, and as Tommaso would say, he went and ripped it straight from his heart. That's exactly what he did. He came out several weeks, wouldn't say anything. He just walked away. The crowd just booed him like crazy, or taking away the biggest baby face in NXT, the guy that everybody felt they could get behind. Watching Johnny, just trying to move on from his best friend betraying him. Best friend, 12 years, best man at his wedding day, and everything. Literally, the guy I could say is my best friend. I've been best friends for like 8 years. If that was between him and I, the same exact emotions would be happening. Of course, I know he wouldn't turn on me. I would never turn my back on him either. But I'm just saying, Tommaso Ciampa, as you can see right now, was getting results. He wanted to take Johnny out for a while. Johnny was out for about a month or so. I think after the beatdown at TakeOver Chicago 2, although Ciampa was out for longer. When Ciampa came back, he took away Johnny's moment and his career. And he just continued to bash Johnny while he was gone, saying he's gone for good. And he mentioned in the promo leading up for their match that how Johnny was just selfish, only thought about himself and not about him. He didn't make DIY feel special at all, pretty much, and just him being the Sicilian psychopath that he is advertised to be. He was getting results, as I said before. So then Johnny continues to push him over the edge until Regal finally makes the match, the unsanctioned match between Ciampa and Gargano at TakeOver New Orleans. The match, I'll be honest, was not as physical as I thought it was going to be, but it was still brutal to watch still. It was just an emotional roller coaster ride telling that story, how these two were coming to blows, and even towards the end you saw the emotion of the two of them looking like they're maybe going to make up, and Ciampa was trying just to sucker him in, and then Johnny choked him out. Well, not choked him out, but got him to submit with the knee brace on his face, pretty much. That nasty knee strike that Ciampa had used on Johnny how many times whenever he had the opportunity to. And then Johnny got his job back, but Tommaso wasn't done, saying, "You may have won the battle here, buddy, but you're going to lose the war." He got his job back, and then Ciampa went out and took away another opportunity to remove the NXT Championship. Beat him down so bad he was in a neck brace. And then he pretty much just, thought he got rid of Johnny for good. Candice came back and pretty much told him, I don't know who you are anymore. And then he continued to bully Johnny and say, how, Johnny, you could have picked a better man than him, whatnot, slapped him. And then things got more serious this week, because Johnny came out there obviously saying that, this has gone so far that, him and Candice are trying to, just figure out what's best for their future. And like Johnny may have been leaving NXT. But nope, he said it's worth it, and he wants to finish this with Tommaso. And then Candice trying to tell him off, and then not to do this. Tommaso came out and was like, "Boy, if I get in that ring, it's not going to end good." And then Candice went to get referees to break it off. Eventually, though, even though Tommaso kept picking at Johnny, trying to manipulate him, Johnny snapped and went to listen to his wife. He gets up on the apron. Tommaso pushes him, and he lands on his wife, and she hits her head off of the ramp, knocking her out. So, that's the story we got so far. Now, let's compare another heel, Kevin Owens. As the Universal Champion, Kevin Owens was handed the title to him by Triple H, pretty much. Kevin Owens would never win a match clean, and he would just whine and complain every time things happened. And every time he's about to lose, Chris Jericho would come in and save him. Yes, on the microphone, they were an entertaining act. But the stuff that they were saying, was it enough for them to back up the action that they were putting forward? Every match, it just looked like Owens had no confidence in him winning the match at all. Non-title matches, he was losing left and right. Title matches, he was winning because he got help every single time. It was the same exact thing. To me, again, he was just a typical chicken shit heel. A coward champion who just, he never had a game plan. Tommaso Ciampa, though, what makes him such a great heel, he's had a game plan. He is getting results. He was yes, Johnny got his job back and succeeded, but Tommaso stacked all the odds against him. Now that Johnny has come back, though, because he defeated him the first time, he's now making it personal between him and his family, stacking the deck even higher for Johnny in the war, making him, question whether he should continue to do this or not, whether it's safe or not, and his wife even being afraid for him. But Johnny, being the underdog, doesn't want to go down without a fight. But then, of course, his selfishness caused him to get his wife hurt at the same time. Tommaso Ciampa is picking at the weaknesses he can find in Johnny Gargano. Someone like Kevin Owens, who's Universal Champion, was not picking the weaknesses in anybody. He was just all talk, but could not give any results. Tommaso Ciampa is giving results, and that's what a heel needs to be. Somebody who gives results in a way that you want to see people beat this guy up. The person who is getting their come up, the person who's going to give him their comeuppance is also benefiting from this also. Tommaso Ciampa can win or lose this match at TakeOver Chicago 2, and to me, he'll be just fine because he has built himself up as a credible heel who is going to be, getting results in his mastermind plans going forward. A good example of another heel in NXT, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe was just a guy who just was there to hurt you pretty much. He suckered you in to get hurt pretty much. He thought he was all right, and he suckered you in. Especially the build for his second match with Shinsuke Nakamura. He wanted his title back, so he wanted to either bring it to him or bring him Nakamura, or he wanted his championship back. And then he went as far as beating down Nakamura so bad that he would not be able to, wrestle for like 6 to 12 weeks, since NXT was still abiding by that rule of you have to defend your title every 30 days, which for the most part, it sticks to. Like the main roster, one moment is important, the next moment it's not important. Inconsistency there, but still, it was great heel work. He had a plan. He got results. Kevin Owens never had a plan. He never got results. That's why a lot of heels on the main roster, though, are terrible, or especially as champions, are not effective at all. And we're talking about a guy who's not even a champion, who is just a guy that's just all talk. In Kevin Owens, as he was. I mean, I love Kevin Owens, but I'm sorry, that Universal title run was garbage because he literally just had nothing to back up. He had no game plan. There was nothing interesting about him as champion to get behind him as champion, or at least take him as a serious threat. With Tommaso Ciampa, though, again, he has a plan in mind. Try to take Johnny's moment away from him. Try to take Johnny's career from him. Now he's trying to break the bond with Johnny and his wife now. And you know what? He's getting results. And it's not obvious that if Johnny can overcome it this time, or maybe Johnny will. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But because of that, he's executing a plan and getting results in manipulating the weaknesses of his target. That is why Tommaso Ciampa is the prime example of an excellent heel. And that is why I'll make my case that Tommaso Ciampa is currently the greatest heel right now in the WWE, both the main roster and NXT. But that is my case. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Tommaso Ciampa is the best heel? Who is another great heel, do you think? But who is also an example of a bad heel, in your honest opinion? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And make sure as always, click by like and subscribe or content to come to this channel. And follow me on Twitter at DemandAir93. And I'll see you guys next time in my next video. So until then, guys, have a great night. And peace out, everybody.